What's going on, everybody? Welcome back for game number 2 of our doubleheader here at Doherty High School between the Boulder Collegians and the Colorado Springs Cutthroats. We got underway just a couple of seconds ago. Apologies. The second game time snuck up on me up here. But what we have is an apparent injury to the starting pitcher for the Cutthroats. It was going to be number 22, Cole Adams. Started off the Collegian shortstop Hunter Hirayama with 3 balls in a row and appeared to have hurt his throwing arm, his throwing shoulder maybe. It looks like they're looking at over there. But anyways, we wish Adams all of the best. Hope he's feeling okay. And it looks like the Cutthroats are going to just pull him and go with a new pitcher here. So the new pitcher here is going to be number 51, Zach Fritz, who picked up the first hit for the Cutthroats in game number 1 all the way in the 5th inning. Had an RBI on the Cutthroats' first run of game number 1, which again they won 4-3. So Fritz will warm up, and then we'll see Hirayama with a 3-0 count to kick off game number 2 here in the Springs. All right, looks like we're ready to get underway now for game number 2 here at Doherty Field. As the right-hander Hunter Hirayama out of Mililani, Hawaii, steps in with a 3-0 count. First pitch from Fritz is in there for strike 1. Hirayama 0 for 3 with a walk in game 1. As he takes ball 4 down in the dirt, so a leadoff base runner for the Collegians to start game number 2. That will bring in Matt Graff, moving up in the order for game 2, and also moving from first base out into left field. Manager Tony Rucco shaking up the lineup, looking to find a spark. As Graff takes strike 1 upstairs and is not a fan of that call. 0-1-2 Graff. Swung on and missed, and down quickly now 0-2. Graff out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Been a great utility man for the Collegians thus far. Has played some third base, has played some first base, has played some left field. Has done some DHing thus far this year. As he swings and pops that one up in the infield. And the first baseman, Ben Leapart, is underneath it. And that'll be out number 1. So the third baseman, Jackson Bryant, will step in now. as he looks to get something going for the Collegians here in the top of the first of Game 2, as that off-speed pitch is foul tipped by Bryant for strike one. Next one from Fritz down low, count even. Bryant, a Colorado native, Aurora, Colorado, had a home run on opening day of this 2023 summer against the Prospect Wave. Runner goes on this one. Hirayama is going to beat the throw by a mile. He is in there. Great jump there from the Collegian shortstop, as he has done so many times this year. Gets himself in scoring position with a stolen base. So a one-out RBI opportunity now for the third baseman, Bryant, who walked and hit 2 singles in the first game earlier today, as he takes another ball, 3-1. And Bryant grounds that one over too short. Shortstop Daniel Pacheco throws on to first in time for out number 2. Hirayama advances. And that'll bring in the center fielder Cole Lucky with a runner on third and 2 outs here in the top of the first. Collegians looking to get the bats going after a nice first inning in Game 1 earlier, but a very quiet rest of the afternoon. Had a quiet day at the plate in both games against the Fort Collins Force as well on Saturday. Still able to win both games on the backs of their arm, but not a lot of explosive offense for the Collegians lately. Lucky looking to change that as he takes a fastball upstairs, and the count is 2-0 now. Lucky also had a base hit earlier and scored a run and reached on a hit by pitch, as he lines that one hard over the head of Pacheco into center for a base hit, and Hirayama will come across to score on the 2-out RBI single by the center fielder Cole Lucky. So the Collegians, as they were in game number 1, are on the board here in the top of the first. They lead 1-0 now after Lucky gives them their first hit of game 2. That will bring in the DH, Braden Thompson, who was out in left for the first game. And we'll get to solely focus on the bat for game 2, as he takes a strike to even up the count, 1 apiece. Thompson reached base 4 times, 3 walks and a single earlier on. So looking to keep the on-base streak going today, as Lucky goes from first. Strike called, throw is high and into center. Lucky heading for third. Throw from the center fielder is through and bounces off. Bounces off of the Cutthroat dugout over behind third. So Lucky gets the stolen base at second and then advances to third on the throwing error by the catcher, J.P. Clune. So 1-2 now to Thompson, and he foul tips that one back in the catcher's glove. Nice job by Clune hanging on to it, and it is an inning-ending strikeout for the pitcher, Zach Fritz. So the Collegians get 1 across on the RBI single from Cole Lucky, but nothing further, and they will head into the bottom of the first with a 1-0 lead. All right, welcome back in, everybody. Here to kick off the Cutthroats half of the first inning is going to be the center fielder, Michael Tapia. Tapia, 2 Ks and a walk back in the first game. Pitching game number 2 for the Collegians is number 16, Julian Zamora. Boulder, Colorado native is the right-hander Zamora, as he finds the outside corner. As Tapia grounds that one to short, Hirayama Fields throws over to Mateo Bellissimo in time for out number 1. So a good start for Julian Zamora on the bump. 2 pitches and already with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring in the aforementioned catcher, J.P. Clune. His first plate appearance of the day after he did not play in game number 1. Oh, 1 from Zamora in there again, and quickly ahead 0-2 to the Cutthroat catcher. 0-2 outside from Zamora. Tried to paint with the breaking ball, just missed the spot. And the count is 1-2 now. Zamora misses again. Same spot, fastball this time. And Clune is back even 2-2. New catcher for the Collegians in game number 2 is number 4, Sean Connolly, in for Sergio Solis, as Clune chops that one back and stays alive. Other lineup changes in the field for the Collegians. Matt Graff is in left, as after playing first in game 1. Mateo Bellissimo takes his spot at first as Clune is rung up on strikes by Zamora. Great breaking ball there from the righty. And 2 quick outs here in the first. As I was saying, Mateo Bellissimo has taken Graff's spot over at first, and Braden Thompson, the left fielder, will DH here in game 2, as that one is popped straight up in the air by the first baseman, Ben Leapart. High out into center. Cole Lucky's underneath it, and a quick first inning for Julian Zamora, protecting that 1-0 lead. And he does it in 3 up, 3 down fashion. All right, welcome back, everyone. Top of the second here, Boulder Collegians baseball. Collegians leading 1-0 after scoring one in the top of the first on the RBI single by Cole Lucky. Mateo Belismo, the first baseman, will lead this one off as he whiffs at a breaking ball way down in the dirt, or in the turf here at Doherty High School. Belismo 1 for 3 with a single and 2 flyouts in the first game as he turns on that one and rips it on the ground foul. And quickly behind, 0-2 is the first baseman for the Collegians. Belismo gets that one off the end of the bat, popped up shallow behind first, and the catch is made by the first baseman, Ben Leapart, and that'll be out number 1. So Fritz gave up the leadoff walk and the RBI single to start this one, but has settled in nicely for the most part here with 1 out in the second as he faces the catcher Sean Connolly in Connolly's first at-bat of the day. Left-hander Hank Himrick, moved down in the order for Game 2, is on deck, still out playing right field as Connolly takes a breaking ball over the plate all the way down at 64 miles an hour. Next offering from Fritz is turned on by Conley, but foul. So 2 strikes to the Collegians catcher here with 1 out and nobody on here in the top of the second. As Fritz comes home with a 2-strike offering, misses low and away. Conley steps back in, ready for the 2-2. And the breaking ball drops in for strike 3. Got him looking, did Fritz. And a nice start to this second inning for Zach Fritz, as he's got 2 quick outs as the left-hander Hank Himrick steps up to the plate. As Himrick looks at a fastball up high. The big lefty struggled a little bit in Game 1, reached on a walk and a fielder's choice, but also struck out twice, 0 for 3 scoreline. As he fouls that one back, and the count evens 1-1. Second baseman Gavin Acosta will hit next out of the 9-hole for the Collegians, should the inning get that far, as Himrick looks at a breaking ball down in the dirt for ball 2. Two-one from Fritz, swung on and missed. Breaking ball outside. Himrick looked to be expecting something different there. And the count is 2-2 to the Collegians' right fielder. Fritz working quickly now out of the full windup. Comes home with another breaking ball that drops in for strike 3. Looking, second hitter in a row that he locked up with the breaking ball. And a 1-2-3 inning for Zach Fritz and the Cutthroats. Collegians still leading 1-0 mid-2. All right, welcome back, everyone. Kicking off the bottom half of the second is the DH Connor Fricky, number 43, big righty for the Cutthroats, as Julian Zamora back out for his second inning of work, and he whips a breaking ball in there for strike one. Zamora finds the zone again, strike two. Fricky 0 for 2 in game number one, but reached twice, once on a walk and once on a throwing error by Trevor Mock, as 3 breaking balls and 3 strikes looking. Fricky is rung up on strikes. Excellent work there by Julian Zamora, picking up right where he left off back in the first. Left fielder Cam Whittle is next, as he takes strike one. Whittle struggled mightily from the plate in game number one, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. As the 0-1 comes from Zamora, and Whittle fouls that one off. So 5 straight strikes to start the inning for Julian Zamora. Still protecting that 1-0 Collegians lead. Next one from Zamora, breaking ball in there, strike 3. So 6 pitches, 6 strikes, and 2 strikeouts for Julian Zamora here in the bottom of the second. And the shortstop, Daniel Pacheco, will step up to the plate. Pacheco also struck out twice in the first game and reached on a fielder's choice, as Zamora finds the zone with a fastball for strike one. And he got him swinging with the breaking ball, so Zamora ahead 0-2 on the shortstop Pacheco. And he finds it! An immaculate inning for Julian Zamora. 9 pitches and 9 strikes. 3 strikeouts. Awesome work from the Boulder native. That is the first immaculate inning that I have seen all year. And the Collegians will take a 1-0 lead into the third. All right, welcome back, everybody. Kicking off the top half of the third, the Collegians half of the third. 9-1-2 due up for the Collegians. Starting it off with the second baseman, Gavin Acosta. in for his first plate appearance here in Game 2. As he takes ball 1 inside. Acosta 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored back in game number 1. Looking to get in the hit column here today as he swings through that one and the count's even, 1-1. New pitcher for the Cutthroats is number 14, Nick Anaya, a right-hander, as Anaya will get a chance to get broken in early as he takes the chopper from Acosta and will do it himself over at first for out number 1. So lineup flips over for the Collegians now as Hunter Hirayama steps in for his second plate appearance, walked back in the first, and scored the Collegians' only run, assisted by a stolen base. Lays down a bunt right back at Anaya, who swiftly fields and throws it over to first for out number 2. 2 quick outs for the new right-hander Nick Anaya. Not only is Anaya efficient with the arm thus far, but getting a couple chances to flash the leather. Left fielder Matt Graff in now with 2 quick outs here in the top of the 3rd. As he looks at ball 1 outside. And second pitch from Anaya, same spot, 2-0. Same spot again from the right-hander, and the count quickly up to 3-0 now to Graff. And Anaya gets the 2 quick outs, but loses Matt Graff on 4 pitches. And the Collegians now with a 2-out base runner. So in steps the third baseman, Jackson Bryant. Graff bluffs like he's going on the first pitch, but will think better of it and head back as Bryant takes ball 1 down low. Anaya checks on Graff, and now will throw over. No tag. Graff back in safely. As Anaya starting to lose a little control here that he appeared to have for the first couple of hitters of the inning. Down 2-0 now to Bryant after the 4-pitch walk to Matt Graff. As that breaking ball finds the zone and is fouled off by Bryant. Next offering from Nick Anaya skips away from the catcher Clune, and Graff will be into second, takes a round, and he is in scoring position on the wild pitch. So 3-1 now with the base open to the third baseman, Jackson Bryant. Anaya goes home, and Bryant fouls that one straight back, and the count is full. So here we go, 3-2, 2 outs. Big secondary from Graff. That one is chopped shortly over to second, and the throw is wide. And Matt Graff is going to come around to score for the Collegians. So a throwing error from the second baseman, Wyatt Buckley, allows Bryant to reach safely and Matt Graff to come around to score. And that extends the Collegians' lead up to 2-0 now here in the top of the 3rd. First pitch from Anaya to the center fielder. Cole Lucky is well inside. Backs him off the plate a little bit. And Anaya finds the zone with that fastball, evening up the count. Breaking ball misses up high from Anaya. 2-1. Certainly frustrated that he's not out of this inning already. As that breaking ball misses upstairs. And the count's 3-1, and Anaya's in danger of losing Lucky here. That fastball is low. And Lucky gets the free pass. So Cole Lucky on base for the second time in Game 2. After his base hit back in the first. DH Braden Thompson steps in now. 2-out RBI chance. Runners on first and second as he looks at strike one. Breaking ball that finds the zone from Nick Anaya. Anaya back to the off speed. That one misses outside. And the count is 1-1. Jackson Bryant on second. Cole Lucky on first. And Braden Thompson taking the 1-1 from Anaya. Low and away, ball 2. 2-1 from Anaya, line hard into center and down for a base hit. Bryant rounds third, Lucky rounds second. Bryant is in to score, standing up. And a 2-out RBI single for the DH. Braden Thompson pushes the Collegians' lead to 3. So some clutch hitting by the Collegians, taking advantage of the 2-out error by Wyatt Buckley. And that'll bring in Mateo Belismo with runners on first and third as Belismo chops one hard through into right for another base hit. And Lucky is in to score. Thompson digging for third, and he is safe. Throw is through and skips off the fence and right back to the third baseman. So Thompson will have to stay put. Belismo advances on the throw, but another hit and another 2-out RBI for the Collegians as they now lead 4-0 here with 2 outs in the top of the third. So the catcher, Sean Connolly, up now with 2 men in scoring position still. With 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Pitches through to the backstop, and the runners will advance, so the Collegians will get another run. Thompson comes across to score. Belismo over to third on the wild pitch from Nick Anaya. And this inning, after the throwing error, is quickly gotten away from the Cutthroats. Throwing error by Wyatt Buckley was made when the score was still 1-0. Collegians have capitalized with 4 runs since. As Conley takes another ball upstairs. And the count's 2-0 now. Collegians still threatening here with 2 outs. Mateo Belismo standing on third. As Conley takes a fastball for strike 1. 2-1 from Anaya. Low in the dirt, skips back to the backstop. Belismo will score standing up. And another run on another wild pitch as the Collegians' lead stretches to 6-0 now. Base is empty now. 3-1 to Conley. Swung on and missed. Count full here with 2 outs in the third. A 5-run frame here for the Boulder Collegians. Much needed after they had struggled with the bats on Saturday. Struggled with the bats in Game 1. An inning like this has to feel great as Conley takes ball 4 on the full count pitch down in the dirt. And another 2-out base runner for Boulder. The lefty Hank Himrick will step in now, looking to break his slump against the seemingly vulnerable Nick Anaya at the moment. Conley's over at first. Anaya heads home. Fastball. Himrick chops it over to third. Fielded cleanly by the third baseman, Max Pognett, and thrown over to first for out number 3. So finally, the Cutthroats get out of the top of the third, but not before the Collegians capitalize on the air with 5 runs. And now have a healthy 6-0 lead. All right, welcome back, everyone, here for the Cutthroats half of the third inning. All of a sudden in a big hole, 6-0. And Julian Zamora back out for another inning of work, fresh off of his immaculate second inning. 9 pitches, 9 strikes, 3 strikeouts for the Collegians right-hander. And he starts off Buckley the same way with strike 1, a fastball down in the zone. Buckley was the hero of game number 1 for the Cutthroats. Bases clearing 3-run double to turn a 2-run deficit into a 1-run lead as he grounds that one hard. Nice play by the second baseman, Gavin Acosta, moving towards second to get the backhand stop and the throw over in time for out number 1. So that'll bring in the right fielder, Adam Velasquez, hitting from the left side. His first plate appearance of the day as he takes the first pitch and chops it over to second. Busy inning for Acosta, who throws on to first for out number 2. And quickly now, Julian Zamora is through 2 2/3. As the third baseman, Max Pognett, steps in now, looking to get a 2-out rally going for the Cutthroats. First pitch from Zamora in there again. That is 13 consecutive strikes, if my count is correct, as Pognett swings at that breaking ball and make it 14. Another breaking ball from Zamora. Rung him up on 3 pitches. Pognett locked up, got him looking. Strikeout number 5 for Julian Zamora. And quickly through 3 innings. And the Collegians will come up to bat looking to build some insurance on that 6-0 lead now. All right, back for the Collegians, half of the 4th here. As he did the 3rd, second baseman Gavin Acosta will lead off the 4th for Boulder. After a busy inning in the field just now in the bottom of the 3rd, Acosta takes a fastball down low for ball 1. New pitcher for the Cutthroats is number 43, Connor Fricky. Was originally DHing, hitting in the cleanup spot today. And now thrown in on the mound, trying to keep the 6-0 lead right where it is. One to Acosta, low and away. And the second baseman moves ahead, 2-1. That one is flown out into left center. It'll be the center fielder, Michael Tapia, who is under it, and he will make the catch for out number 1 here in the 4th. So that'll bring up the top of the order now with 1 out. And the shortstop, Hunter Hirayama, will step in for the 3rd time today. Walked and bunted out to the pitcher back in the 3rd as he takes a breaking ball for strike 1. Oh, 1 now from Fricky. Is down low. And the count evens up. Another one down low. Moves Hirayama ahead in the count, 2-1. Hawaii native Hirayama plays ball at St. Mary's College out in California. And did have the walk-off hit, as I mentioned earlier, for the Collegians in Game 2 of their doubleheader on Saturday against the Fort Collins Force back at Scott Carpenter Park. 2-2 now to Hirayama, and he fouls that one off. and stays alive. Another 2-2 to the Collegian. Shortstop is grounded hard over to short. Fielded, and the throw on to first is in time for the out. Nice job by the shortstop Daniel Pacheco to get it there in time. And Hirayama is retired for out number 2 here in the 4th. So that'll bring in Matt Graff. Walked and scored a run back in the top of the 3rd. And looking to get something started for the Collegians here in the 4th as he looks at strike 1. Fricky finds the zone again. And quickly ahead on Graff, 0-2. Misses with that one, though. One, two, up and away to Graff. Scottsdale, Arizona native. Playing ball at Paradise Valley Community College. Is the Collegians left fielder as the 2-2 comes and runs inside, 3-2. So Graff has worked his way back from 0-2. Count is full. Payoff pitch coming from Fricky, and it is down low for ball 4. So a free pass to Matt Graff. His 2nd walk of the game. Extends this top half of the 4th. That'll bring in the 3rd baseman, Jackson Bryant, who reached on an error with 2 outs back in the 3rd. Really jump-started that Collegians rally. Ended up scoring a run, and the Collegians would score 3 more after that, as well as Bryant fouls the first one back. Next offering from the pitcher, Fricky, is inside for ball 1. And that one is through the legs of the catcher, Kroon. And Graff will advance to 2nd on the pass ball. So a runner in scoring position for the Collegians now with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. As Fricky goes home with the 2-1. That one's ripped into left field and down for a base hit. Graff is stopped at 3rd by 3rd base coach Tony Rucco. Quick relay in from the left fielder, Cam Whittle. But a base hit for Bryant extends the inning. And the Collegians with 2 on and 2 out with the cleanup man Cole Lucky coming up to the plate. Lucky singled and walked and has an RBI and a run scored as he shows bunt, pulls it back on the inside fastball for ball 1. So Lucky all over the stat sheet already thus far, and looking to add to it here and put on some more insurance for the Collegians. Casual throw over to 3rd by Fricky. Graff diving back in. And no harm over there. Fricky goes home. That one is through into left field for a base hit. Graff comes across to score. Bryant will be held at second, and it's another RBI for the center fielder, Cole Lucky. Base hit into left extends the Collegians' lead 7-0. So a 2-hit game for Cole Lucky now. And the DH, Braden Thompson, will step in. As he takes a ball. 1-0 coming to Thompson now. Breaking ball upstairs, misses. And the count's 2-0. And after a quick first couple of outs, the Collegians have mounted a 2-out rally, and Connor Fricky is in some trouble here in the top of the fourth. Takes a long look at the second, goes home. Thompson swings through it for strike one. Fricky, another long look over at second, and that one clips Thompson. The breaking ball got him on the shoulder. Thompson will take the free pass, and the bases are loaded now with 2 outs. So after the first 2 batters of the inning were retired, Collegians have pushed one across and have loaded the bases here with 2 outs for Mateo Bellissimo, who singled in a run back in the third. Also scored a run later in the inning as he swings at that one and misses. Strike one. Big chance here for the Collegians to really blow this one open, if it isn't already. As Fricky goes home with the 0-1, Bellissimo chops it foul. And Fricky 1 strike away from getting out of this 4th inning now. Oh, 2 from Fricky, just fouled off the end of the bat by Bellissimo. Was way out in front of that one, but just able to get some wood on it, and he stays alive. Another 0-2 coming from Fricky. Bellissimo sends that one deep out into left field, back there, and it is gone! A grand slam for Mateo Bellissimo, and the Collegians have blown open game 2. They've built an 11-0 lead on the big fly from the big first baseman. So Collegians up 11 runs now. 10 of those runs coming just in the last 2 innings. And here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th, Sean Conley steps up with the bases empty. And he takes strike 1 from Fricky. Excellent piece of 2-strike hitting from Mateo Bellissimo. Took the inside fastball. And pulled that one out to left field, out of here. 0-2 to Conley now. That one upstairs from Fricky. So Conley stays alive. And stays alive again as that one misses just off the plate. And Conley swings through that fastball for strike 3, and the Cutthroats finally out of this top of the 4th, but not before the Collegians officially blow this thing open, as they have taken an 11-0 lead on the back of the grand slam by the first baseman Matteo Bellissimo. All right, welcome back, everybody. Bottom half of the 4th. Collegians have blown this thing open 11-0. Julian Zamora has gotten the hook for the Collegians after 3 perfect innings with 5 strikeouts, including his immaculate inning back in the 2nd. New pitcher for Boulder is number 20, Troy Banco. Banco, 6'6" righty, native of Littleton, Colorado, playing at Mesa Community College during the college season. First opponent is the center fielder Michael Tapia, the leadoff man for the Cutthroats. Led off the game with a ground out too short, and that was his only at-bat thus far. Cutthroats still looking for their first base runner here in game number 2, as Banco finds the zone with that one, and the count's 1-2. 1-2 from Banco. Breaking ball in there. Front door slider. Locks up Tapia. And Troy Banco starts his afternoon off with a strikeout. J.P. Clune, the catcher, steps in now. Struck out looking his first time up. And he swings through that fastball. And is behind 0-1. Fastball misses low from Banco that time. Count even. Finds the zone with that one, however. And Benko moves back ahead 1 and 2. And that breaking ball popped up behind second. Gavin Acosta underneath it and fields it routinely for out number 2. So 2 quick outs for Troy Benko. And the Cutthroats down to their last 4 outs potentially, as we're looking at a possible run rule after 5. In now the 3-hole hitter, first baseman Ben Leapart. Flew out to center last time and takes a fastball inside for ball 1 that time. (1-0) from Benko. Swung on and chopped right back to him. Benko will step in first base, applies the tag for out number 3. And the Collegians are out of the bottom of the 4th quickly, so we move into the 5th. Collegians still with a healthy 11-0 lead. Welcome back, everyone. Top half of the fifth. Boulder Collegians still leading 11-0. As Connor Fricky back for another inning of work. Hank Himrick, the leadoff man, grounds one over to first. Fricky covering. And the flip over by the first baseman Leapart is in time to retire Himrick for a quick out, number one. Interestingly enough, the Cutthroats appear to only have 2 outfielders in the game right now. They do not have an extra infielder, nor an extra player anywhere else, so I'm not really sure what that is about. But yeah, 8 fielders for the Cutthroats here in the top of the fifth, already down 11 runs. Couple of position changes in the field for the Cutthroats, as Gavin Acosta takes 2 balls to start off his at-bat. Wyatt Buckley moved from second base back behind the plate, and Cam Whittle has moved from left over to third. And Max Pognett moves from third to second as Acosta takes strike one. And Acosta fouls off that fastball, strike two. So Fricky has worked back into the count here. And that changeup drops in for strike three, so Acosta rung up on strikes. And we have 2 outs here in the top of the fifth as pinch hitting now for the shortstop, Hunter Hirayama, is going to be the starting pitcher from Game 1, Nick Willems, with his first plate appearance of the season, trying to get some cuts in here with the big lead, and he grounds to the first pitch foul down the third base line.
What's his name?
Nick Willems. 0-1 to Willems is chopped softly to short. Willems trying to dig it out. Shortstop Pacheco throws, and it is late, and it's an infield hit for the pitcher, Nick Willems. Much to the delight of the Collegians dugout. Lauding the 6'8" right-hander's wheels, digging out that infield hit. So Matt Graff will step in now, here with 2 outs in the fifth. And Fricky will step off. Willems is having a blast out there. You wonder if he'll try and snag a base here. Not this time. Fastball up and away to Graff for ball one. (1-0) to Graff is just outside, ball two. As Willems is going to head back to the dugout now. They will not let him run. As Graff grounds that one softly over to third. Whittle throws on to first in time for out number 3. And the Cutthroats will have 3 outs to get at least 2 runs to keep this one going here in the fifth. Collegians still leading 11-0. All right, welcome back here for the last half of the fifth. Connor Fricke will step in after pitching 2 innings. Looking to kickstart something for the Cutthroats here in the bottom of the fifth as he looks at strike 1. The Collegians do, in fact, have 3 outfielders in the game, unlike the Cutthroats here in the top of the fifth. As Fricke chops that one hard, back up the middle, and it is through for a base hit. So the Collegians, who had a combined perfect game going through 4, have lost that and the combined no-hitter as Fricke is on with a leadoff single. Troy Banco still on the mound for the Collegians as he will face the left fielder Cam Whittle. As that one misses from Banco, scoots away from the glove of the new catcher, number 11, Kyler Adams. And Fricke will take second on the wild pitch. So the next one, too, Whittle misses upstairs. Ball 2. Apologies for the break in the stream there. Camera died on me. But we are back. Banco walked Cam Whittle, the left fielder, just now on a full count pitch. So first and second here with no outs in the bottom of the fifth as Banco pitches to the shortstop Daniel Pacheco. And misses with ball 1. Fastball from Banco in there now as he started to find the range, hoping to find the range a little bit here in the fifth. Banco checks on the runner at second. Breaking ball finds the zone. Strike 2 on Pacheco. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Pacheco. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So the first out of the inning comes via strikeout. And Daniel Pacheco, the shortstop, down on strikes for the first out. That'll bring in the catcher now. Wyatt Buckley started the game at second base. Doing the catching now. Grounded out to second base his first time up. as Benko comes home with the first pitch, and that was down. Well done to pick that one off by Kyler Adams. Tag applied down at second, and he's safe. Adams with the throw down. Almost got Fricky down at second. As the sun has re-emerged here at Doherty Field. That fastball from Benko misses upstairs, 2-0. Now is grounded over to third. This could be it. Bryant steps on third, throws over to first in time, a double play, and that will do it. As the run rule gives the Collegians an 11-0 win after 5 games. So Julian Zamora gets the win, and Zach Fritz will take the loss for the Cutthroats as Collegians win Game 2 11-0, and they split the doubleheader with the Colorado Springs Cutthroats, who took game number 1 by a score of 4-3. Thank you everyone for watching on YouTube. This has been Boulder Collegians Baseball here from Doherty Field down in Colorado Springs. Again, Cutthroats win the first game 4-3. Collegians win the second game in a run rule 11-0 after 5. I am your play-by-play man, Troy Finnegan. We'll be back from Scott Carpenter Park on Saturday for another Boulder Collegians doubleheader. But until then, I am signing off, and we will see everyone this weekend. Thanks everyone for watching.